Kids, this is an M-rated game, so viewer discretion is advised. Brothers in Arms Double Time is really just a port of the 2005 PC game of the same name, but not the same subtitle. Originally it was subtitled Road to Hill 30 and Earned in Blood. It's a recreation of the true story of the 101st Airborne Division, who had to quickly leave their plane and land behind enemy lines and do what they could do to hinder and destroy the enemy's defenses. At the very least, they don't do what I would have expected them to do and repackage both of the PC games as separate titles. Both of the games that were released on the PC 3 years ago are included on 2 discs. I don't usually complain that the publishers normally come out with an Xbox 360 version and a Wii version, but this time they didn't even attempt that. And it's too bad because the Xbox 360 version looks awesome. Check out these scenes from their trailer.
Get moving! Incoming! Take out that cover! Get everybody up! Take cover! The crowds are pinned!
We didn't get that. We got a game that was 3 years old. Way to show your love for the Wii, Ubisoft. As much as I think they cheaped out on the Wii version, I think the visuals were still quite nice and they kept the mystique of wartime. I liked the way that this game was presented. The levels, while linear, still felt different than the many other World War II shooters out there. Maybe it wasn't just the graphics that made it feel different. It was the gameplay itself that I think made this game special. While most World War II shooters like the Medal of Honor series usually consist of moving in a linear path while throwing wave after wave of enemies at you, Brothers in Arms does it in a different way. While you have to follow a certain path, there's a lot of side paths you can use to sneak up on the enemy. Those flanking positions are key to staying alive in this game, as the enemies will take cover and move to better positions, so it is best if you take them out before they even know you're there. You can command your fellow troops to give you cover fire if you need to get the enemy's attention off you, and I thought that was very clever. Plus, they don't normally throw an unrealistic amount of enemies at you like most World War II shooters. It's usually only 8 to 10 at a time, and that's actually believable. To give you more of a tactical advantage, you can zoom out on the action and take a look at your surroundings to find the best place to put your troops, and the best places to flank the German soldiers. The Wii motion controls were used in this game, but mostly the Wiimote was used for aiming. When you did have to use the Wii motion controls, like when you have to regroup your troops by circling the nunchuck, it seemed to work well. However, I had issues in throwing grenades. It just never seemed to work right. You can use the Wii Zapper in this game, but I was unable to try that aspect of the game out since my Wii Zapper was exactly where it should be: the trash. I found this game much more appealing than the other 2 Medal of Honor games that I've reviewed, mainly because you have to think before you're just blindly walking into a field, as there's usually different ways to walk towards your end goal. Sometimes to make it through alive, you would have to come through the side and not just gun your way through the obstacle. They play out the real life events that you're reliving in the cutscenes and the actual gameplay. The cutscenes were very engaging to watch and were never a chore to sit through. I personally found the second game harder, even though it had the same game mechanic. Its level design seemed tighter and more difficult. But my major issue with this game is the price. It may not seem like an unfair price to pay $50 for 2 games, but I have to remind you, these games are 3 years old. It just seemed overpriced. I think $30 would have been a fair price for this game, so I can't recommend buying it at its present retail, but the game is worth a rent.